How to, cousins? It's Rusty the Reseller here. I've been doing a lot less reselling in the last week or two. For those of you who are just tuning in now, I live in one of the worst areas that was in the path of Hurricane Helene. And so in this video, we're going to do several things. Number one is I'm going to give you an update on our relief efforts here and what's going on. The second thing I want to do is highlight some of the really beautiful and great things that are happening in this area in the midst of the tragedy. And then you can hear a helicopter right now going over me. It's just every day, folks. It's kind of like we're in a war zone a little bit. There are definitely parallels for sure. But anyhow, we're going to talk a little bit about reselling. We're going to get back to that a little bit. I went out and did some sourcing yesterday, and I did find a few things that I'm going to be able to sell. I'm going to share some stories with you from some awesome viewers who have contacted me and about the generosity that I'm seeing. And I'm going to kind of show some other things. So there's this video is going to be chock full. Please stick around. There's a lot here. And there's some good information too as well if you're moved at all to help out in these efforts. Let's get into it, folks. How to, cousins? It's Rusty the Reseller here. Folks, we came back from Wilmington. We're safe, we're well, was able to get a bunch of supplies into the hands that desperately need it. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, YouTube. And thank you to all of the organizations that are working tirelessly and giving of their time, giving of their money. It is helping. It is making an impact. There's no way around it. Some of this stuff is just going to take a good amount of time. There's nothing that can be done. It's going to be a lot of hard work and a lot of effort and generosity from people like you and me to help rebuild this area and just be kind and caring for those around us. It doesn't matter if you're friends. It doesn't matter if you're cousins. If you're a human being and you're breathing, you have our ear, and we're going to support you the best we can. I'm making a trip right now to Hickory, North Carolina. It's about an hour, not quite an hour drive from my home, out due east. Okay, down Highway 40, and I'm almost there. This is going to be a dual trip. Purpose number one is to get some more supplies, but purpose number two is this whole shakeup here. All this is happening, as you can, is sort of obvious. This is affecting my business. I am very fortunate to have internet access at my home, and I have a bunch of inventory. But if I don't do something to replenish that, the business starts to go down, because you got to have more items to come in so that work can continue to be done. And so I'm actually going to hit a couple of places today and see if I can't find some things to buy and resell as well. I'll take you on that journey. We'll see what we might be able to find, okay? And maybe I'll give a couple of tips. We'll get back to a little bit of the buying and selling stuff. And we're going to have to talk through this. We're in the midst of it right now. So it's not like a hindsight, like, hey, this is what I did. It's more like, this is what I'm going to be doing. And I'm having to learn and pivot and make different decisions and approach this from different angles. I got to think outside the box. I got to change my strategies. I'm going to have to get better at sourcing online, maybe going to online auctions, estate sales and things. And if I'm going to be doing sourcing, instead of going around my community, which there are no places left that I can source from, I'm going to have to take fewer trips, go further outside of my surroundings to areas that have power that are still operational, and take large, like full days where I'm going around and trying to be efficient and hit places to get my inventory. So I'm going to go around to some of those today. I'm going to give you an update. So far, I want to say that this channel, just from donations from personal friends and cousins of mine, and all us cousins here on the channel, viewers, cousins all the way from all across the ocean, other countries. It's just so glorious to see the support we're getting. We've raised somewhere in the range of between $2,500 and $3,000, if you can believe it, of money that has come in. That it's not all come in yet. Some of this is going to come in from be filtering in from YouTube over the next month or two as we get revenue from these videos. Okay, that's why I'm making them, is so we can put this money back and get supplies for people. But it's just fantastic. I hope more comes, and more charities and organizations and people are coming in with supplies and flipping burgers and making hot meals for people, handing out supplies. It's just it's this weird contrast between just total devastation, people losing loved ones and homes and property and businesses and everything you can think of, but at the same time we're seeing just this awesome just the best side of humanity. Just people who are coming out of the woodwork, who are not even connected to this area, and yet their hearts are moved to help. And folks, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. This just means so much to so many people. So stay tuned. I'm going to bring you some more stuff. I don't even know what's happening in this video yet because here I am on the road. I hope we've come across some cool things. But either way, we're going to get some supplies. We're armed and equipped with some finances, thanks to you all, and we're going to put this to good use. All right, we're back in the warehouse here, folks. I don't like to talk unkindly about anyone or nature, but Helene has just been a big old fat jerk to my family and this community in a lot of ways. And so I just got back from a run to drop off some supplies, and now I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we found. I found outsourcing yesterday. I was out doing a supply run, and I was in a town that had power, and there happened to be a couple thrift stores that I have gone to on occasion, and I thought, I'm already here, I might as well. So I did that. The following is going to be kind of that, going through a few things, and I'll show you why I bought them, and I'll talk a little bit then about sort of my strategy and approach to reselling in the midst of a disaster zone. And how am I going to keep my business going and being profitable? We'll get into that some, and then other stuff as well. All right, on the ground here in one of our rooms in the warehouse, I've got a variety of items that I'm going to go through and try to list in the next day or so. We got a combination of things that I have bought over the last. Nothing here is newer or older rather than 60 days. So in the last 2 months, all this stuff has come in. I'm going to talk about it. So I wouldn't say I hoard gold, but if I'm not needing to sell certain bits from time to time, I'll hold on to it. It's been a good play because gold is about the highest it's been in several years right now. Gold price has just been going up and up. And this is not going to weigh a lot, probably 4 or 5 grams. And it's all 14 karat gold. It was like 49 and some change dollars per gram yesterday. So this right here is probably worth $200 to $300, just this little bit. Going to get that up. This was fun. I found this just recently, 100% pure silver from Idaho. And you can see this is almost like foil, but it's silver. And it's in this. It's just made as like a little keepsake. I'm sure this is kind of one of those, you buy a little keepsake as you're passing through, kind of a tourist type thing. But people will collect these or possibly even buy it for the silver in there. These are cool. These are both what would be considered Chinese export items. So they were made out of materials and items that were popular in Japan or in China, decades ago. And then they started making them specifically to export to the United States and other places because it was clear that people outside wanted those. And you can see this one right here is stamped. It says China, I believe, on it here. Yeah, you can see that very faintly, China. And so this is cinnabar, is what it's called, this red. And you have these little metal, they look like flowers, and they got a green enamel paint on them. And then this is a cinnabar bangle that is carved to look like a dragon, as you can see. You got a dragon here. dragon head, and the body kind of going around. It's really cool. It's definitely old. It's an older piece, but it was made specifically to be exported out. There is a collector base for this stuff. Moving over, we got some other pieces that I found just when I was out earlier looking around. This is just a costume necklace. It's like a gold plated piece, but it's got like a hat here with rhinestones. And so it's just a unique, interesting piece. It only cost me $1, so I know I'll be able to make some money on it. And then we have a variety of other pieces. Here was just a little tiny, again, this was $1. It's just a little rhinestone brooch. And so you can see, got a foil back on that, even though it's open backed on one side. It's small, but that'll definitely sell, certainly worth more than $1. And then I was excited, these are mother of pearl here, got a little bit of silver, the silver backs on them, $2, definitely be able to sell that for more. And then everything else you're seeing here on the ground is actually either made out of silver or gold. So a great example of how I'll find stuff mixed in with costume jewelry like this. And it's got these kind of fake stones. It's made to look like amber. It's faux amber. It's not real amber, but it is sterling silver, and it's marked on the claw, the piece of the claw on the back here, right there by my thumbnail, where it opens up. It says 925. Very small, but it's sterling silver. And so, when you're only paying $2 or $3 for things like this, you can definitely get some good money back. Here's one. It's a tennis bracelet. It doesn't look quite like gold, even though it's yellowish. It certainly doesn't look like silver. People thought, oh, it's just costume. But if you flip it over, right here, very obvious, it says 925. It's been tested. These are pieces of glass, I suspect. It's possible that these are rose quartz, although I haven't tested them yet. But this has just got a high copper content, but it is sterling silver. And then this got bumped here when I was messing with the other stuff, but it's a beautiful little necklace here. You can see with these stones, it comes down kind of a teardrop thing, but this is also sterling silver, and this actually has a hang tag that says 925 on it. Beautiful piece. That'll definitely, sell pretty well. And then this pair right here, we have, this is again, mother of pearl. We've got a partial set here. This is a necklace. So you've got mother of pearl. You've got marcasite pieces here that kind of give it that reflective nature, which is a natural element as well. And then you got a pair of earrings. This was a $5 purchase, but this is easily a $30, probably to $40 sale when the right buyer comes along. I was very excited about these. I found these 2 different places. They just look like a basic pair of earrings, but no, actually, on the back right here on the top, if I can get it to zoom, it actually is marked. Let's see if I can get my whole hand in here so that it'll focus. Right there, for a second you saw it. You probably can't read it, but you can see right here on the back, there's some markings right there. It says 14K. So this is 14 karat gold. I tested these. They are not diamonds. I didn't expect them to be, but they are a clear tourmaline, which is a natural mineral. And then these are some cultured pearls, again, set in 14 karat gold. It's marked right here on the back by my thumbnail. You can probably see it there, 14K. Beautiful. These were both $3 purchases. So, the weight of the gold is not very heavy. If I detached them, they'd probably only be a gram and a half. But because they're functional earrings and they are made out of gold, these will each sell probably $50, $60 or more each. The pearls more so probably than this. But again, we're not retiring off of that, but it's nice to have. Here is a pair of what they call maybe pearls. It's where essentially it's flat on one side and it's been cultured up from there. It's got an omega back, but you can see on the back it's marked right down there. It says 585, which is the European hallmark for 14 karat gold. So these are a silverish colored cultured pearl set in 14 karat yellow gold. There's some tarnish there. I will clean them off before I get them listed. but I'm going to be happy about that. This was cool. I bought this online, actually, sourced. It took a long time to come in because it came from England, but this is just a partial set of what I got, but it's of various cufflinks and tie bars. I have a few that I'm going to test to see if they're solid gold. They're not marked. Several of these are gold filled. These are early 1900s. You got a tie bar here, for example, that has two lab-created sapphires and a lab-created diamond. This is marked as gold filled, 1/10, 10 or 12 karat GFs, which stands for gold filled. I can sell this by the weight for gold filled things if I want, but I'll probably just list these up in pairs of cufflinks for $10 to $14 as a set, and those will sell. It'll just take a while. Here was a return. Sold this guy here. Someone just didn't like it for some reason. Send it back. I'll be able to sell it again. You come across these old tin types and daguerreotypes. They're always usually in these types of containers that are usually a combination of wood, leather, and then you got this gold gilt kind of frame around it. They're very cool. This is from probably mid to probably 1850s to 1870s is when that was made. People buy these old, interesting vintage glasses as well, folks. Sometimes they'll buy them if the prescription is right. They'll use them. Other times they just buy them for the frames, and they'll put their own lenses in there. Sometimes you come across really good brands. I don't know. This is Kazal or something, I don't know. But for $1, I know I'll be able to sell those for more. Same thing here. If you find the really old ones, they can have gold or gold filling in them, so that's good. Here's a beautiful automatic wind watch here, Lord Elgin. Higher-end Elgin wristwatches are called Lord Elgin. This is a 17-jewel automatic watch, so it's very nice. It's definitely got a 10-karat gold, rolled gold plate bezel, so you got a gold-filled bezel there in 10-karat. Beautiful, functional watch, very nice band on it, and so that'll go decently. I can probably get somewhere in the $80 to $120, depending on the model, out of that as well. And then lastly here, I'm going to throw this back up. It's a beautiful, this would be considered a 0S size. It's got a porcelain face with Roman numerals. It is a pocket watch, of course, a women's size, a lady size. And on the back, it's beautiful. You've got birds and enamel painted flowers, floral areas. If you open up the back here, folks, which I don't know if I'll be able to do with my one finger, because, oh, I did. Look at that. Oh, it's looking good for me today. Down in here, this is on the inside. It just says metal there. However, that's the inside portion. If I can, oh, well, see, now I'm going to get all messed up with trying to open this with my thumb. But if I open that up, you can see on the inside it's beautiful, and it is a solid 14-karat yellow gold. It is what they call a remontoire cylinder, 10 rubies. And again, you got a beautiful etched portion up here with, looks like to be like a goose of some kind with some flowers and stuff. Beautifully etched thing. Very nice movement. This will probably sell somewhere in the $300 to $400 range. It is functional, it works, and it's solid gold. In a way, as you can see right here, we got a large, maybe you can see, but we have a large distribution center here, or that they're taking and giving supplies. I just dropped off several pallets of canisters of propane and some burners and some tarps. And I asked them, what are the priorities right now? They said they're pretty good on food and water and clothing. But what they're needing right now are still little stove like burners to use butane or propane. They are needing adult diapers. They are needing laundry detergent, brooms, things that have to do with cleanup, extension cords, little electric heaters. And so that's the stuff I'm targeting right now. I'm going to be shifting. I'm always asking these places when I donate, I say, what are the things that you're hearing that you're needing from people but are not being delivered or that are going off the shelf really fast? And that's what they said as of right now. So for the next week, until I hear differently, that's what I'm shooting for. So if anybody, again, if anyone, so many people have been super generous and have sent some money or have emailed, and we have been able to communicate and coordinate coordinate. A reseller who just does a part-time contacted me. I called with him. He's going to be just donating some items themselves that I'm going to sell, that and then take that money and put it in. So if there are people out there that you don't know how to help, maybe you don't have money, but you do have some items that you don't need, you email us, slickwebmedia@gmail.com, and I'll give you an address for our warehouse where you can send those items, and we will sell those items and get them to the people that need that money, or pay for more supplies for them. If you want to buy these, if you'd rather buy these items like on Amazon or something, and you just need a way to get them here, email us. I can give you our warehouse address. They can ship them directly to our warehouse, and I can get these to the people and to these drop-off locations. It's really good what I'm seeing. We have seen FEMA in the area. Today I got a message from a friend that had a bunch of trees down on their property. 43 men and women from Samaritan's Purse are there right now cutting out and removing trees. It is phenomenal to see what these groups are doing. I'm just so encouraged. It is awesome. This is horribly devastating and clearly a tragedy that no one was prepared for. And that is, it's like a painting, folks. It's like the backdrop here is the tragedy, but in the foreground, in the forefront, we are seeing so much beauty in people helping one another. I'm getting emails from Australia, from England, from the Netherlands, and people are saying, we're praying for you, or people are saying, I'm going to send you something, and it's just fantastic, folks. I had no idea. Both of the last two videos that I put out have received over 40,000 views in the last week alone. The revenue that comes from that is going entirely to my community, and it is because of you. This is not anything I did. I spent 20 minutes recording my silly head here talking about stuff, showing you a couple of clips, but it's you people that are making the difference in sending the goods, praying for us. I do believe that helps, and please keep it coming. This is fantastic. I don't even know how to thank you in a proper way, other than just to say, I am seeing what you're doing. Other people are seeing what you're doing. They're getting things in their hands to take care of their babies and their families and the things that they need. Yesterday, as you saw in this, I don't know how I'm going to adjust this video, if I'm going to have it ahead of this or after, but I was out with the little ones. This is an opportunity to teach these children what it means to take care of other people. It's an important lesson that everyone needs to know, and so we're getting the little ones out. They're helping us get these items out that we're delivering. They're driving around. They're getting to see the destruction, sadly, so that they understand what's going on. But more importantly, they're getting to be a part of the solution, and I hope that this stays with them in their life. It's a give and a take. As a parent, you got to make sure that you don't want to traumatize them, but you do need them to understand that there's a need, and when there's a need, there are actions that you need to take to help people, and so that's what we're doing. I'm heading now I just dropped off stuff. I made a contact yesterday with another location because I have access now to a couple of church donation spots, and also people like you who are listening, maybe even now, who are getting stuff into my hands, and I just have to logistically figure out how to coordinate and get these to the areas that most need it right now. The bigger towns are a lot of places where things are being brought, but there are all these smaller towns and communities that are cut off, or they don't have access. They can't just walk down or hike down or drive down here. They need things to be coming to them. And so that's this other tier is, how can I get some of this stuff to the areas that need it the most right now? Here we are in October. In this area of the country, we have pretty good weather. It's more temperate. However, we are approaching the winter, and this is an issue that's going to be going on for quite a while, so we need to be looking ahead. How are we going to get sleeping bags and blankets and heaters and like these portable toilets and things to people who don't have running water and need a way to dispose of waste in sanitary and good waste for the environment as best as possible. And so that's what I'm doing. That's what we're working on right now. I'm going to run over here to a place and connect with an individual. I've got someone else who offered to drive items up here to us, so I'm going to have to call them and try to coordinate meeting with them at some point and getting a load of items. But it is so encouraging and hopeful. That it is just beautiful to see what people are willing to do right now. God loves this world, and I am seeing the fruits of that through everyone here. I know there's a lot of political stuff going around. I'm seeing a lot of political comments here. I don't know about all that, but what I do know is that people are coming here in droves to help us. They are sending their support. And they are sending money and items, and there are many groups here doing good work for us in our community, and I'm so proud and happy to know that people care about us as well. And so keep all of it coming. Anything you can do to help is greatly appreciated. Again, email us slickwebmedia@gmail.com. Until further notice, we are willing to accept things on your behalf. We're going to put that out into the community. Keep watching our videos. Tell other people to watch them, because the more people that watch these, the more revenue can be brought in from YouTube, which, I mean, it's once a month that'll come in, and we can turn around and go right in and purchase things and get more stuff in, or provide money to people who have lost homes or have lost vehicles or are unable to work. They're unable to get out of here, and they're just here until further notice. So thank you again, and I'm going to be giving you more updates as we go further down the road here. Real fast, cousins, I don't want to be one of those people that's just, you know, putting out videos, just showing all the destruction, and then that's all it is, because this world is more complex than that. And I just wanted to say we have had some really cool experiences and have seen some very beautiful, touching things in the last 2 weeks. And here's just a small portion of some things that I wanted to share, getting the little ones involved, showing some of the places that are getting donations and handing things out, and just people coming out. So please enjoy this part. This is a part of it as well, and this is the kind of stuff that gives me hope for the future of our community. Awesome.
I can take the box, and if you have some not in the box, you can just put it in there.
Muscles. Thank you.
What? Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Say Bob.
Hello. We're gonna make it, folks. Thanks to your efforts and the efforts of a lot of selfless people here doing work day in and day out, making sacrifices with their own family in order to help others that are in need. This is the kind of world I want to live in. Not a world that doesn't have pain, but a world in which you got people alongside of you that can help you through it. So thank you for your support, and also stick around. I'm going to continue to give updates as I can, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And let's just be kind to one another and be as uplifting as possible. You never know when your whole life is going to be completely changed in a moment's notice. Take care, be safe, and good luck hunting. Helene, 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 why'd you have to go and be so mean? Rusty, 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 have to. Rusty, 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 have to. Rusty, 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 have to. Rusty, Rusty.